Hey Luca. Wait, since when do you call me Matt? Can we stick with Dad, please?
Sorry, Dad. What are you doing?
I'm just writing a shopping list. We're running pretty low, you know, so I thought we'd pick up a few bits. You got any suggestions?
Milk.
Yep.
Bananas.
Obviously.
More bananas.
I'm not writing down more bananas.
Big melons.
What is your obsession with big melons at the moment? I'm just going to write down regular melons, right? Now, do you want anything else? Maybe like some toiletries or something?
Moroccan oil.
Moroccan oil? What are you going to do with that?
Put it in my hair.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's good that you're taking pride in your appearance. Whoa, someone's in a mood. Fine, I'll add Moroccan oil to the friggin' list. Wait, how do you even spell Moroccan?
M.
Yep.
O.
Yep.
R.
Uh-huh.
O.
Mm-hmm.
N.
Got it. Thanks, bro. Wait.
E. Sugar.
It's too big? What's it too big? What do you mean it's too big?
Engine.
But that's subjective, like in what sense is it too... I'd say it's tiny, if anything.
It's bumpy.
It is very bumpy, alright, Luca. Luca, you singing Rosie and Jim?
Yeah?
Did you watch it today?
Yeah?
For the first time?
Yeah?
Did you think the puppets were incredibly creepy?
Yeah?
Yeah, so watch out, kids.
That's what kids.
Fireman Sam. That's a good one, isn't it? It does go in a fire engine, that's right. Oh. Well, you can't say, that was you, Luca. You can't say, because you pushed it off. Say, sorry, fire engine. It fell over, yeah. Say, uh-oh. So be careful, fire engine. You might fall, say, I might push you off. And then pretend that it was an accident. Good morning and welcome to another video, and we are back in the UK and back in our home. And I'm not going to lie, it feels pretty good to be back. Like, I love travelling. It was awesome going to Greece, it was awesome going to France, but it's good to be back in the house, back in the country, and like back on a routine. Like, I think a lot of people in the kind of fitness industry have the same mindset, in the sense that just a routine. Luca, mate, that's quite noisy. A routine is just like massively influential as far as success goes. Because like it's just hard to do stuff and to be productive, and if you don't, you know, if everything's up in the air and it's a bit sporadic, whereas when you're at home you can have stuff like planned out and it's just much like easier. But I guess like you need a bit of both. You know? I think you need to go and do cool stuff and be kind of impulsive to make the routine seem better. I think if you were in a routine like constantly, I guess it would suck after a while and you become like Rain Man. Luca, are you making loads of noises just to interrupt my video as much as you possibly can? You've got 2 trains, that is correct. You've actually got more than that, you've got about 400 trains. Luca is obsessed with trains. You're going to be a train driver when you're older.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty good pay as far as I understand. Yeah, travelling was awesome. It's nice to be home. I need to train, I need to sort my life out as far as training goes, because I've been very, very lax recently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to training today, to getting a big session in, getting back on it. As far as food goes, I think I ate it's just nice at the moment, just eating what I want, like not having to stress about it. All I'm doing basically is making sure I get a good 150 to 200 grams of protein a day, and the rest of it just kind of falls into place. I'd say probably my diet, the carbs and fats, we're probably leaning more towards fats. Pardon?
Engine.
A fire engine?
Engine.
I know, darling, I've seen it, because you play with it like all the time. It's cool, isn't it? It's got a ladder. Yeah, I'd say my carbs and fats ratio is definitely like heavily fat focused in France, because there was lots of cheese.
What's in it?
Put what in it?
Sand.
Put sand in it?
Yeah.
I haven't got any sand, Luca. That's a random request, isn't it? You want to put some sand in your fire engine?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe we shouldn't do that. Just play with it, darling, we'll get some breakfast in a second, okay? Yeah, but it was good, had a good time, nice to be home, and we need to get some breakfast. So, speaking of breakfast, we're going to go into the kitchen. Sayers isn't here right now because she's like, basically because she works 3 days a week and her days are flexible, so where we went away she kind of had to move her days, and that means that today, where she'd ordinarily be off, she's having to work to make up for the day she missed. So it's just me and the big man Luca. Is it just you and me today?
What's in it?
Is it just you and me today?
What's in
Is it just you and me today?
What's in it?
Is it just you and me today?
What's in it?
Is it just you and me today?
Yeah?
Cool, bro. Let's get some breakfast. Game on. Luca, what have you got, bro?
Weetabix.
Nice. I've got crunchy nut cornflakes because they're sick. Also have some summer fruits whey, which it's okay. Like, it's not the best flavour. I'd say it's quite fitting, like for the summer. Like when you're sweating out and hot, I feel like having really thick chocolate protein maybe isn't the best. Whereas that's quite good. But yeah, it's not my favourite flavour in the world. Also, on a side note, the kitchen and the house is a freaking mess. We got back like a couple of days ago and we haven't quite sorted it. I find like because I'm pretty busy. Like when we get back. And says as well, and having Luca and stuff, like kind of start like tidying and making a token gesture, putting stuff away, but then we have things to do and we get sidetracked and there'll be like a suitcase on the side like 3 weeks later, and we're going to America soon, so I feel like let's just leave it there and then take it to America, right? Anyway, let's eat some breakfast. Update, breakfast is done. Luca's gone with a friend to a baby group. I say a friend, like I mean an adult and a friend. Obviously letting him go somewhere with a 1.5-year-old would be grossly irresponsible. Basically Sarah's normally takes him to that, but she's not here, so this friend of ours is going to jump in and be a hero and do the deed. I'm about to go training. Before I go, as I go, I'm going to nail one of these. It's like a BCAA drink from My Protein. It's kind of like a Monster with added BCAAs and a little bit more caffeine, so I feel like it'd be interesting to give it a go. Training wise, I'm excited to get my session. Like I said earlier, I haven't trained. It feels like I haven't trained forever. I'm going to do a push workout, a chest focused push workout. So I'll start off with some heavy bench. Now I say heavy bench, I've benched probably twice in the last month, so I imagine it's going to suck and I'm going to feel like I have the strength of a 7.5-year-old girl, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, so I'll do like bench press, like some chest stuff, some shoulder stuff, some tricep stuff, and then that'll be me done. We need to get to the gym now, and as far as I know, the best way to get to the gym is as follows. Sick. It's way easier than driving. Right, let's train. Right, training is done. Feel pretty good. Do you know what, it's quite loud in here. Let's talk outside. That's much better. Yeah, I kind of lied. I said it felt pretty good. Like I felt good for the hypertrophy stuff, but the strength side I felt terrible. Like I said it in the last video, or the video before the last video. I don't know why I did a twist there. I've been like super complacent with training recently, where like I've switched from powerlifting to bodybuilding. I just feel like it's too easy to be complacent. Also, my car doors are open. How convenient. Oh my god, it's hot in here. Yeah, I feel like it's too easy for me to be complacent, so where I haven't got the pressure of like having to hit. Obviously I still have a training program, but because I'm not competing and because I haven't got the kind of rigorous nature of my training program when I was powerlifting, when I'm away I just feel like, you know what, why am I going to bother training? I can just kind of cruise, you know. But I've been going too far the other way, and so obviously I was away in Greece, didn't train for like 2 weeks. I was away in France, didn't train for like 1 week, and that's like in the last month. So that means like in the last month I probably trained maybe like 7 days, which is pretty embarrassing. So I need to sort my life out for sure. And like I said again in the other video, training with Mike and Justin the other day, it kind of made me realise that there's definitely another level to my physique that I could kind of try and attain rather than just settling for what I have. So yeah, the plan is for the next like few weeks just to kind of really knuckle down, get consistent, hit every single session and try and start making some progress. Also, I've kind of revamped my training program a little bit, but I'll talk about that kind of in future videos. Obviously we go away to America in July, or like in a few weeks, but the dude we're staying with, he's got a gym in his garage, so I'll be able to train there, so that should be fine. But anyway, that's enough talk. Let's go home and get some lunch. Lunch is this. Says, can you explain? It looks to me on the surface like some kind of meringue. Is it meringue?
No.
What is it?
Phyllo and feta and pastry. And
oh my goodness. So it's like a
spinach.
Spinach feta pastry. It's one of Jamie's thingies, right?
Jamie, your mate Jamie.
If you ask me, if you check, we can have this.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-minute meal. That looks pretty sick though, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie. Pretty sick. If you're wondering who's behind the camera, it's our
Just
holiday
drafted
friend
in one of
/ friend that just took Luca to the playgroup, and she's told me she's the best videographer in Europe, so you can rate her skills down below. Right, I'm gonna try this and give you some immediate feedback. If it's disgusting, I'll lie because Sarah's made it and she sat right next to me. Oh my god. It's absolutely delicious. So, the plan is, eat this, and then I've got something sick that I want to show you upstairs. Okay, I realise in hindsight that saying I have something sick to show you upstairs sounds pretty creepy, but it's not, okay? Hear me out, although you are in the bedroom, which I never film in the bedroom, mainly because I'm too busy doing other things. Jokes, this is mainly just like a sleeping area. But the reason we're up here is because, mana, new bed, boy. So a company, and that's Luca BTW, company called Simba, who sent me a mattress a while back, which you probably remember from a video if you have a good memory, sent me a bed. It's a freaking sick bed. I thought I'd be a nice guy and tell you about it. So, I imagine that most of you suckers have to waste your time manually sitting up. Well, let me tell you, I don't. Suckers! What's that, Luca? You want to join me up here?
I know.
You want to join me up here?
Yeah.
No problem, bro.
Let's say book.
What's that, Luca? Daddy's legs aren't high enough? No problem, bro. Now, I could literally do this all day because it's the funniest thing ever, but I thought rather than talk to you about it, we'll test it out. We'll give it a run for its money. Luca, buckle up. We're going for a ride. Okay, I've now compressed my lower back to the point where I'm in danger. Now, I'll be honest, I showed you this bed because I wanted to make you jealous. I'm stuck of how sick my bed is, but what I'll do, let's put a link to Simba in the description, so if you want to go and check them out, feel free to do so. But for now, me and Luca are going to go and do some stuff. Oh hey dudes, sweet shade boy. So Sarah's is back from work. She came in for lunch earlier, by the way, if you're wondering how she managed to be in two places at once. We're currently hanging on the beach because no video of mine will be complete without a little beach stint. Isn't that right? Babes, you can go the other way, mate, because the sun is there. There's no way you can film me on that side. Bruh, camera change. I am Iron Man, and I'm also eating one of these sick carb crushes with my protein, because they have loads of protein in, and the meal I had just now or earlier on wasn't particularly protein heavy. So, the plan is, we're going to hang out and do some beach-based stuff like throwing stones, Luca throwing stones that narrowly missed me, and then we're going to go somewhere cool for dinner, which I'm pretty sure is that way. Follies is the name of the location that we're currently in. It's like a pizza place. I've come here loads of times, but if you're unfamiliar with it, it means you probably don't watch enough of my videos. And the best thing about Follies is that on a Thursday, aka today, they have £5 pizza day. Now, it's pretty clear, abundantly clear in fact, for anyone who's not a complete moron, when it's £5 pizza, you're going to get 2 pizzas. So, as promised, 2 pizzas is a thing. I've got a margarita, aka a boring choice, but the best choice. And then, this is a spicy picante, which is like, too spicy for you, mate. There is no spice limit. This man has no spice limit. Like pepperoni, I don't know, other meats of the spicy nature. Sarah's has got, what have we got? Ham special. 4 seasons. Autumn, spring, summer, winter. On a pizza? Are you kidding me? And Luca's got, what's Luca got? Scraps. Get him involved. People want to see the man, the lad. Luca, you eating pizza? Uh-oh. When Luca says uh-oh, that invariably means he's either thrown something on the floor or something's fallen on the floor, but most of the time he hasn't grasped that uh-oh's like, he knows it means like something bad's happened, but he hasn't grasped that uh-oh is linked to like an accident rather than him just throwing something on the floor. Anyway, I imagine a lot of you are watching this and you're thinking, Matt, how can you eat all of this stuff and still be shredded? Like, how can you eat fast food and stay lean? How is that possible? What do you do? I mean, it's quite simple, guys. I basically eat pizza and then just thank my parents for giving me sick genetics. And that is what they call in the business eating loads of pizza. I'm not gonna lie, the second one was quite spicy. My lips are now like on fire, but
You didn't even eat the spicy.
yes, I did. You can't prove that's mine, can you? Can you prove that's mine?
Okay, eat it.
Don't need to. Okay, maybe I will. Luca's crying on my behalf. What even is that? What actually is that? Like spice.
Your finger.
It just comes in a bottle called spice. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Why would anyone put that on a pizza?
You asked for it.
And what's all the questions anyway? Where were you on the 2nd of June at 8:30 PM? Exactly. Just what I thought. Up to no good, I imagine. Right, I'm gonna go and bath my tonsils in milk, and then I'll catch up with you back at Casa del Me. I made it, and not in like a figurative sense, like I made it, I'm successful. I mean like in a literal sense, as in I made it home, I'm in my house, I'm sat on the sofa. England game starts in 20 minutes, England-Belgium, World Cup, freaking exciting. We actually have a chance of doing like semi-okay, like I don't want to jinx it, because being an England fan and an Arsenal fan, I'm used to being terrible for the last few years. Like, it's funny, the last few major tournaments, like we've gone in there with a pretty decent squad on paper and like, you know, semi-competitive, and we've ended up being absolutely awful, like the worst team at the tournament. And this time round the expectations were pretty low, and who would have thought it, we're actually looking very, very good. Again, I don't want to like get my hopes up because we might get pummeled. In fact, by the time you watch this, the Belgian game's already happened. We might have got pummeled, and everyone might have kind of be back to normal, but at the moment it feels like we could actually do well. Like, I'm feeling very optimistic, and so it's pretty exciting. If we beat Belgium, then like we've got, I mean, what, I think it's like Colombia, Japan or Senegal, which is definitely winnable, and then beyond that, like, who knows, but that'd be pretty friggin' sick to get to at least the quarterfinal of the World Cup. Hashtag exciting. Anyway, the point being, I'm gonna wind the video up because like I want to watch the football, and then it's gonna be late, and then I have some work to do, so I'm gonna get the last of my significant eating out of the way. Like, I'll show you it anyway now. I've got some snacks, some World Cup snacks in the form of some dairy milk. I'll probably eat like, I've said it before, this is a weird size bar, right? Like, it's like obviously not a standard solo bar, but it's not the massive one, so I feel like I could eat this whole thing. I'll probably end up eating maybe half of it, because if I eat the whole thing, Sarah will probably castrate me live on camera. I also have some 12s. I'll probably eat 2 of those, because eating a 12 by itself is a sadistic thing to do, because everyone knows 12s historically come in pairs. And then I have a banana, because I'm a healthy guy, and a satsuma, which based on the feel is probably going to be one of those horrendously frustrating ones that are like, you know, when the skin's like stuck to it. Like, they're called easy peelers. I'm telling you now, that all it is not a friggin' easy peeler. Like, the skin will be stuck to it, all the white stuff will be everywhere. To be honest, when you start peeling one of those oranges, when I start peeling one of those oranges and the white stuff's all stuck to it, I will launch it across the room. I will not indulge in that peeling, because it's unbelievably annoying. Like, I'd rather like my face was used as like a block for a 100-meter starter, 100-meter sprinter at the start of a race, because yeah, the orange situation is like one of the most annoying things in the world, particularly when you're led to believe, like I said, it's going to be an easy peeler. Anyway, I've spoken for quite a while there. The football's going to start imminently, so I'm going to end the video. So I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow.